And we are joined now by Pentagon Press Secretary Brigadier General Pat Ryder. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Natasha. I appreciate it.
There is a lot to talk about. So let's start with Ukraine, saying that its new U.S. Patriot system did down a Russian hypersonic missile over Kyiv. This would be quite a feat since it can travel 10 times the speed of sound. What is your take on this? Does this represent a major success for both the U.S. and Ukraine?
Well, certainly, as we've done from the beginning of this campaign, we're really going to let the Ukrainians be the ones to talk about their specific operations. But to your point, the United States has been providing Ukraine, along with our international allies and partners, with some significant air defense capability, to include the Patriot system, NASAMS, Hawks, counter-UAS systems, all designed to enable the Ukrainians to protect critical infrastructure and, just as importantly, protect their citizens from these heinous Russian missile attacks.
Can you talk a little bit about the back and forth over the alleged assassination attempt on President Putin? Russia this week pointing the finger at the U.S., saying that the U.S. is behind an alleged drone attack on the Kremlin. Any doubt in your mind that this is a false flag? And what does it say about Putin in this moment if he's engaging in this kind of accusation?
Yeah, so first of all, any allegation that the United States somehow played a role in this drone attack is absolutely ridiculous, categorically false. We did not. It is something that we're continuing to look at. We don't have any answers to provide right now, but certainly, again, it just demonstrates the challenging situation that this war presents. It demonstrates the repercussions of Russia's illegal and unprovoked invasion into Ukraine. And as Evan highlighted, the conflict there continues. And so our focus is to continue to work closely with Ukraine, work closely with our allies and partners to ensure that they have the security assistance they need to be able to defend their country.
And I do want to turn to China quickly with the time we have, because we know China is making significant changes to its military recruitment rules. They say in an attempt to build a fighting force that's highly trained and operating high-tech weapons, they're going to be allowing veterans to re-enlist now. And the country says it wants to make sure manpower is larger for future conflicts. Any doubt in your mind that China is gearing up for an invasion of Taiwan? And by when do you suspect that might occur?
Yeah, so from a Department of Defense standpoint, we do not believe that an invasion of Taiwan is imminent. Clearly, this is something that we're keeping a close eye on. If you look at the U.S. National Defense Strategy, it clearly outlines China as the pacing challenge. And so, again, what we're doing in the region is trying to work very closely with allies like the Republic of Korea, Japan, Australia, many other like-minded allies and partners to ensure that we can promote peace and stability and security in the region and look at adherence to the international rules-based order, which has largely kept that region safe since World War II.
And so I do want to ask, that U.S. General Mike Minihan did warn he believed war with China over Taiwan is likely by 2025. Why do you believe he is not correct about that?
Well, I'm not going to get into specific, statements in terms of who said what and didn't. I can tell you that as we look at the situation there, our focus is on ensuring that our armed forces are prepared to deter and, again, to work with our allies and our partners in the region to ensure security and stability when it comes to China and particularly Taiwan. We, for a very long time, have said that our policy remains the status quo, and we will continue to abide by our commitments as they relate to the Taiwan Relations Act to ensure that Taiwan has the capabilities that they need to defend themselves. But we're not looking for conflict with China. We're looking to ensure that the Indo-Pacific remains free and open.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.